Dorian, yes, you heard me right, is a new file explorer with one big goal: completely replacing your file explorer. It's built from the ground up to not only be fast, but offer all of those features that Microsoft just seems to not want to add even after years and years of people asking for them. But before we get into the application, let's start with the website. In my opinion, the website of any application can be quite telling of how the application itself is going to be. If you just search for Dorian File Explorer, it should come up at the top. And if you don't find it, just search for dorianexplorer.com. The first thing you're going to see is this big bold claim: stop wasting time with File Explorer, meet Dorian. Dorian replaces File Explorer with tabs, lightning fast search, and a beautiful and flexible modern interface. A few very bold claims, but I'm going to show you all of them soon. At the bottom you'll see the first screenshot of the app. This already has a lot of interesting things, which we're going to get to soon. Below this download button and other platforms, and if you press on it, you're going to see that Dorian is not only available on Windows, but also on Mac. If you, like for me, for example, if you have a Windows system, like a Windows computer, and a Mac system, like a Mac laptop, then you're basically out of luck. But with Dorian, it's just available on both, always, and always will be. Scrolling down, you'll see the second big heading: tabs, instant searching, and drag and drop. And then the four things shown here are just essential features. But I'm not going to go into them now because I'm just going to show you to them. Then just a few frequently asked questions, and that's basically it. When you press the download button, it's going to download an installer, which is just as big as written here. Then what you're going to see is this quick setup. You just press on next, choose your location, and then press next again. It's going to download a few things. When you press on next and finish, that's it. It instantly starts. It doesn't have like a big wind-up starting animation like some other like third-party file explorers do. So let's get into it. The first thing that I like to get into is just basically what you first see. On the left you have the sidebar, and here you have the first Explorer. That's what they're called. You have the pin files at the top, which you can reorder. You have your system folders below, recently opened files and folders, and all of your drive, and that's basically it. This is because simplicity is a very integral part of how Dorian was designed. A minimalistic attitude is like something that not only makes your app look better, but also just makes it nicer to look at and nicer to use if you can somehow find a way to hide or basically combine all of the more advanced features. This doesn't mean that there are no advanced features, which there are, but we're going to get into them soon. So let's begin with the sidebar. At first it just looks like any other regular old sidebar, but something I have never really seen in any other like file explorer is when you click on this button, it collapses down, and then like collapsing is a part of many explorers, but if you hover over it, you get this like floating menu. This is very inspired by Notion. If you've ever used that, it's basically the same. And the nice thing is, when you don't need the sidebar, it's never there. It's just hidden away from you. You can open folders and stuff, and it's just this screen, and if you need it, you just hover here, select your thing. Obviously it's resizable. Then if you look at everything that's available, it's basically your pin files, your system folders, and your drives. All of these are collapsible. You can open and close anything you need. And if you want to look inside a folder, you can just press on this button and it opens it. The menu becomes scrollable, and you can just see and open everything you want, like images for example, then it opens it here instantly. At the top you have two options: home, which then after that, if you look at the bottom, you're going to see this button, which opens the settings to the side. Here you see the first very interesting option, which is setting this as your default file explorer. This can have side effects, but on my opinion, I always leave this on. Like for example, if we go back into the browser and try to open the setup for Dorian here, you're going to see it opens it instantly. Not even like half a second, and it just opens your download folder. And in my opinion, I always leave this on. But of course you can turn it off, and then if you try to do this again, then you're going to instantly see like it opens just the regular file explorer. But the fact that this is an option is very nice, because me personally, this is the only file explorer I ever use. I don't use anything else anymore. Then the appearance tab, which offers a few. First up, light mode, which just basically turns the app white, like the name says. All of this stuff is basically just so you can customize it however you want. The app is still in beta, which means a lot, and I really mean a lot of more options will be added. Then after that, if you open any Explorer, you just click on it once, like for example the desktop. Immediately it's pretty different from anything else I have ever seen. That's because Dorian doesn't try to imitate anything else really. It tries to be something of its own in a way that it can be modern and usable at the same time. The thing with many other file explorers is they try to be like Windows File Explorer in many ways, too many ways in my opinion. Like for example, the fact that the tabs are at the bottom left is something I have never seen anywhere. But it just makes sense in this kind of application, because if it weren't, it would have to be at the top here, which might seem okay as of now. But then the question arises, what if you have a split pane view, which we'll get into more in detail soon. But this would basically mean that this whole top row would just basically be taken up by a single tab, and it would just shift down for no reason. This is why like these little decisions, how this differentiates itself from anything else really. At the top you have 5 icons here. This just allows you to go back and forth. This makes it so you can exit the folder, basically go one folder up, in this case to Ahmed. This just reloads it, which sometimes comes in handy, and this sends you back home. Then on the right you have 4 options, which are all a little more interesting. If you press this, you can search for anything inside this folder. This is different than this search mode, which we'll get to soon. So if I want to search for coding, then I'll instantly find it. This opens by itself if you just start typing. Then the next one is sorting. The advanced menu is not done yet, but it'll have some very interesting options, which I don't think you can find anywhere else. I know I keep saying this, but it's really true. The next one is not done yet. It's just gonna show this in development icon, but it's gonna be done soon. Then at the bottom you have 4 options. You can switch from list to grid mode. Then these 2 buttons, I've just shown you them, but this was one of the first features added to this file explorer actually, because in the beginning it was just supposed to be a way to split view your files and not really anything else. But it's evolved to much more, and now it's like I said before, the only file explorer I ever use. I don't use anything else anymore. And then finally about the UI, it's just fast to use. The fact that you just click a folder and it instantly opens is something like I said again, have never seen before. Usually when you click a folder, it just selects it. And in my opinion, that's not really nice. But there's going to be an option where you can just change the behavior in general, like what it does when you click once, what it does when you click twice. And I know there's going to be people who don't like it, but just try it for a few, like a little. I can really recommend that you just try it, just see how it is, you know. Let's look at the first big feature of this file explorer, which is tabs. Like I said, it's in the bottom left. You can create new tabs by just clicking this button or pressing Ctrl T. If you do that, you can open new explorers here, switch between them, switch them around, drag them to the side, and create split pane views. You can create new folders and new tabs, I mean. Drag those to the bottom too, close it. It works just smoothly, just beautifully. This is something that is not available in Windows in any capacity at all. If you don't like animations, you can turn them off in the settings here too. But even then, it's way less, janky. You know, if I create a new tab, just how quickly it now appears. It's just nicer to look at, like, instead of this, where you open a new tab and, you know, the little flashing and everything. It's just not nice. This is, like, a very important feature to me, because once you use it, trust me, you're gonna love it. Especially, like, if you work with multiple folders. The fact that you can just drag them to the side and it just works is very nice, and I don't think I can ever switch back to this after using this for like a day. But yeah, the main way you're probably going to use it is just dragging it to the side and then having 2 folders open. This is what's mostly known as dual pane mode, and there are many file explorers that are built around this and only this. Like if you open them, you instantly have this open and you can't like even change it or anything. And this is because this view is the most useful. You can have 2 folders open and just work with them, drag one to the other and back. and that's very productive and it's very nice. But in many file explorers, it doesn't really go anywhere beyond that. Like imagine you had one folder on the left and you needed to drag all the files to the right and organize them that way. In those file explorers, that's not possible at all. Here you can just create a new tab, drag it down, or just press this button and it works. And that's the nice thing about Dorian, which is it basically adapts to any workflow. In my opinion, and I mean this completely seriously, this is the best tabbing system in any file explorer I have personally ever seen. Some file explorers do come close, I'll be honest, but nothing is like as smooth and as intuitive and as just nice to use as this, which is a bit baffling because this was one of the most important features to me when building a new file explorer, because the fact that you don't have dual panes in like normal Windows File Explorer is one of the biggest pain points. Then let's look at the next big feature, which I've already teased before, this button here. If you press this or you press Ctrl and F, then the search menu appears. This menu looks very simple, but it's basically searches your entire file system for anything. About.html, and then we press Ctrl F, about.html. You're gonna see it's instantly found it. And that's, I think, pain point number one with Windows File Explorer. This search functionality here is completely useless and it doesn't even like make any sense to use it at all. Like if I try to search for the exact same thing, this is basically never gonna finish and it's just gonna take, like I've timed this. This is where the claim on the website comes from. It's and this is something really nice, not only for just finding anything on your system, but this acts like Spotlight on Mac if you've ever used that. You can, like, let's say you need to go to the desktop quick and you're in your keyboard only, you press Ctrl F, you type desktop, and it's the first result that appears instantly. It doesn't even search for it because it automatically queries system files and pin files to this. And you just press enter and it opens it. And navigating the file explorer like this and then using like the your arrow keys to go up and down makes it really easy to use, especially if you're only on keyboard. This is where this came from before, which is the file explorer tries to be very subtle in its power. It's usually like for something like this, you would have like some big search menus or something. Then the next thing is just navigation. I have grazed this a little, but this little button here makes navigating your folders really easy. You go into like this folder here, for example, go into this one, and you need to find, let's say, .md file. You just type .md, and then you have it. You can select it with your keyboard and then press enter and it opens it. And the next thing that makes navigating this file explorer awesome is this right click menu. If you've just paid attention, you'll have seen something very interesting. It's this at the bottom here. When you right click, basically it combines the best of two worlds. The first world is basically, I have turned this off, but usually on Windows 11 when you right click something, you see the like little loading there. Usually it opens like another menu that doesn't include any of these like random options, and it's just way over minimalized. Every time you right click here, it basically pulls a lot of things from your computer where programs have said, hey, when you right click, please like show my app there. And the problem with that is that can take really long. Like really, sometimes I right click on Windows File Explorer and it takes like 10 seconds. And this is just unacceptable because right click is something that's supposed to be accessible, right? It's right at your hand. It's the second most accessible thing right after like just normally clicking. This is why Dorian does two things. The loading from your registry, basically the options, the other apps, that is inevitable. You'll have to load them. But what Dorian does, it combines both. It combines like the built-in prefixed menu and all the registry options. Like when you right click, you can instantly see like the most common things you're ever going to need, and everything else just gets loaded right here and then added dynamically. And I believe this is the best way to handle it because it not only instantly gives you options, but it doesn't like hold these away from you. You don't have to open like a separate menu like you do on Windows. Like many often I've had to right click, see the minimal stupid menu, and then press more options to see everything that I actually wanted. And this isn't over minimalized. This basically has everything normal in a nice list with nice icons and everything else after that. As of now, Dorian is basically already in beta. It's in a stage where you can use it pretty much normally for every task you can basically think of. Of course, since it's not fully released yet, there's gonna be a lot of new things, and I've already planned a lot of interesting things. The important thing about Dorian is, like with the tabbing system, it's, in my opinion, the only file explorer that isn't antiquated in some way. There are modern file explorers, but they either follow basically what Windows has done in their design, or they do something different, but they still are but they're still, in my opinion, over inspired by this. Like the fact you don't have to have tabs at the top. This is like a smaller thing, but they try to be Windows File Explorer but modern, whilst Dorian tries to be the File Explorer, if you get what I mean. It tries to be the best way to browse your files without like relying on anything else, and it just takes the best individual features from other file explorers. So is it worth using? Of course I'm biased, but yeah, I would say definitely. And if you're unsure, you can either just join, or you can basically just subscribe to this channel, because there's going to be more videos about Dorian in the future, or join our Discord server where I always post new updates and announcements and stuff.